In this video, I want to talk about your first meeting. And this is a great opportunity to just get to know one another. Some groups are emailing us and saying that the first meeting they're just getting together, they're sharing dinner together, whether it's in someone's home or they've gone out to dinner. They're just taking that time to get their heart posture right, to pray together, to worship together. So what you'll want to have in this first meeting is at least book one, and you can kind of go through lesson one together. You can do it either way, together or separately, because generally throughout the rest of the books, the lessons will be done on your own time. Each person will do the lesson, and then they'll come back together and talk about the key things in the lesson, which is described in the Leader's Guide. So, but lesson one is a good lesson to do as a group, but you don't have to complete that in your first meeting. You can meet first and just fellowship, have an icebreaker, get creative with that. Think of different ways to make your group members feel valued. Help them get excited about this, because it's an exciting journey. And then you can hand out the books, kind of go over the structure of the book, and just encourage them. So when you meet the next time, they can either have already completed lesson one, or you can do lesson one together. Lesson one is called Prepare Him Room, and this lesson is primarily about why it's important to really schedule out your quiet time if you're not used to having it, and how to set yourself up for success and not failure. It also has a spiritual assessment in here, and this, you as the leader will want to encourage them to share with you some of their answers, because it asks some of the hard questions that you might not be comfortable asking. And the book will kind of serve as the one that asks the hard questions. It also is the one that the book is kind of the disciplinarian for you. So if you kind of have trouble correcting people or calling people onto the carpet when they're not doing their part and upholding their end of the agreement, you can direct them back to the book where it says, well, these are the requirements that we have to do. Also, there is a plan for success. So this will help women find their ideal time of day to have a quiet time. And there's also a My Commitment, and the My Commitment is basically calling women to be above reproach. If they sign up for this study, to do their best to complete it. What is spoken in the group stays in the group. We want to be careful that it's a safe place for women to share, and that everybody is being transparent and vulnerable, but also knowing that they can trust that what's shared in that group will not be spoken to anyone outside of it. We want to be careful of gossip. So that's important that that is signed. But that's just some ideas for how the first meeting can go. But really, Cultivating Holy Beauty is a tool, and you're going to hold a hammer a little differently than I do, but it doesn't mean that my way is right and your way is wrong. But we've designed these books and included a lot of good resources and tools in there to help your group time be as efficient and effective as possible.